Good morning, students. Today I am to guide you about this topic, measures of central tendency. One of my old students asked me to make a video on this topic, so here it is. Objective of these lessons are these: to know about the measures of central tendency and its types. Second objective is to calculate arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean for the given ungrouped and grouped data. So firstly, I will try to tell you that what is the meaning behind calculating measures of central tendency. It means that whenever any certain data is given to you, how to calculate its central value. Central value also mean in easy words that you are to calculate the representative of the given data. If some data numbers are given, so how to calculate one representative that could be the, you can say, leader of the data or representative of the data. So there are different ways or different means for it. Let's move forward. Yes, so types of measures of central tendency, mainly three types are there which can be used to calculate central tendency of the given data. The first one is mean, as it is shown to you. Second one is mode, and third one is median. So let me shortly describe you these three modes of central tendency. The first one, mean. It is the average of the given data. So we are familiar with this term average from our very junior classes. Many times we usually calculate average of some certain data. So the other name for that average is mean. Further formula for it and types of mean I'll elaborate later on. The second mode of or you can say way of calculating central tendency is mode, and mode is also familiar to students from the junior levels. It is the most frequent number in the given data. What does it mean? Maybe you are given with some data values, the most frequent, the numbers which is repeated the most number of times, that is called mode of the data. The third one is median, the middlemost value in the given data. So it's very simple. If odd number of data values are given to you, the middlemost value is the median. And if even number of data is given, let's suppose 6 data values are given, so you will choose the middle two values. Obviously there is no middle one value in that case. So whatever the two middlemost values are there, you will calculate average for these two values, you will get the median. So these are mainly three main modes which may calculate the central value or representative of the data. And when to calculate mean, mode or median, so it depends on the type of data or maybe the question. What type of question is given to you. If they have clear directions that calculate mean, so obviously we will calculate mean, and same is for mode and median. But another thing is that sometime they ask students to find out that which measure of central tendency is more appropriate for the given data. So that is another topic. I will give you some extra details for that one, but for this lesson we'll focus on the three types of mean here, that are arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean. Now firstly you need to understand that what is the meaning of ungrouped data. Here is the definition: the data given as individual numbers is called ungrouped data. Simple definition, and two examples I have shown you here in examples. Simply when this type of data is given, you can see 249, 218, minus 20 and 11. So these are some individual numbers. There is no class given to for these numbers. There is no grouping being done for these numbers. They are individual numbers which are simply given. So if that type of data is given, that type of data is called ungrouped data. Now the second type of data is group data. Its definition: The data given in intervals or classes is called group data. Example, you will understand this definition using this given example. In data like 2, 11, 0, 22, 9, 50, 32 and 10, if the data is grouped into classes or intervals. Now you see there are some classes. Classes mean some grouping is being done, some intervals for the numbers are given like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. So such like grouping is called classes. So if in any particular question such like grouping is being done, then the data is group data. That's it. Let's move forward. Now here in this slide, some details about arithmetic mean. As I told you that there are three types of mean, and again it depends on the type of data that is given, whether we are to calculate arithmetic mean, geometric mean or harmonic mean. So here this is for arithmetic mean. For definition it says it is the sum of all the data values divided by the number of terms in the data. So this is statement for this type of mean. You will add up all the data values that are given or the numbers that are given and divide it with the number of terms in the data. Then there is some extra information as well. It is appropriate if the data values have the same units. This is some extra detail which is not required for grade 10 level, but as I thought that this is a good information, so I must tell it to my students. So if usually like in grade 10 level they don't give you the question such like questions in which they ask these details, but this is something extra knowledge I am giving to you, that if you are to calculate arithmetic mean, so what type of data will be given to you? The data will be having same units. So that is another sign which tells you that you are to calculate arithmetic mean. Now formulas for arithmetic mean, they are given here. First one is for ungrouped data and second one is for group data. So here you can see like both ways I have shown here. First one, if you see this one on the left hand side, x is equal to sum of capital X divided by n, or the other way to write it is x is equal to this way. Like you can write the fraction this way, first way or the second way, both ways are correct. So here it's about mainly sum of capital X over n, where capital X is the number which is representing all values of x, and summation mean add up all the values, and small n means number of terms in the data. When I'll show you the examples, this will be more clear to you. And what is the difference between like how you can differentiate the formula for group data? Here you can see only frequency is being added for group data. So it is sum of f capital X divided by sum of f. You write it this way or the second way on the right hand side, both ways are correct. This is the same thing which is being written. So the difference between these two formulas is just the of frequency. In ungrouped data formula, frequency was not involved, fine, and in second formula frequency is multiplied with x, and instead of small n it is sum of frequency given. Now second one type of mean is geometric mean. Its definition: it is the nth root of the product of the terms given in the data. It is appropriate if the data values have the different units. So initial one is the definition or statement for calculating geometric mean. Like it says it is the nth root of the product of the terms for the given data. So if the data values are given and you are to calculate geometric mean, so this is the formula. You can see here gm is equal to x1 into x2 up to xn, then whole power 1 by n. What does it show? x1 x2 up to xn shows the product of all the given data values, and it's 1 by nth power will be taken. Whenever powers are being involved and they are little difficult powers, we To make it simple, we use logarithm and anti-logarithms. So the formula which is more appropriate and easy to use to make the calculation easier is anti-log of sum of log of x divided by n. This is for ungrouped data. And for group data, what's the difference? Just see the slight difference. As I told you about the arithmetic mean, the difference is of just the frequency here. So whatever the value of x, like log of x is there, f will be multiplied with it, and instead of n, sum of f will be involved here. How to solve questions for these formulas, I will give you further examples after these slides, so that will be more clear to you in that way. Now the third type of mean is harmonic mean. Its definition is, it is a type of average that is calculated by dividing the numbers of values in a data series by the sum of the reciprocals of each value in the data series. It is appropriate when the data values are the ratios of two variables with different measures, or when average of rates is required. So again, as I told you, for arithmetic mean, arithmetic mean is usually calculated when the same data units are given for the data values. Geometric mean is calculated when different units are given for the data values, or you can say the terms with different units are given. And the third case, harmonic mean, is that case when you are to calculate average of the rates. You must know that rates are those values when two different variables are there and their values with different measurements are given. So in that case, you are to calculate harmonic mean. But again, I will say in grade 10 level, they don't go into such details. They just ask you that calculate harmonic mean for that data, or geometric or arithmetic mean. So don't worry if you feel this concept a little difficult. And finally, the formulas for calculating harmonic mean. Ignore this definition written here. We are just to see the formulas here. For ungrouped data, harmonic mean is equal to small n divided by the sum of the reciprocal of the data values that are given. As x represent the data values, all data values, fine, and small n is the number of terms given in the data. So this is formula for harmonic mean for ungrouped data. And again, for group data, small n will be replaced with sum of f, and again in denominator it will be sum of f divided by capital X. Okay, now I hope you people know enough details about measures of central tendency. Then it's three types: arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. Here I'll be giving you some details about calculating arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. Simply the examples for these three. So let's start with arithmetic mean. AM stands for arithmetic mean here. I'll start with ungrouped data. As you know, the formula for ungrouped data is sum of x divided by n. Now, what is sum of x? This symbol is for sum, and x, capital X, shows all the terms that are given in the data, and small n is the number of terms given in the data, fine. So like as we are discussing it for ungrouped data, so I'm going to write some random data here: 2, 0, 1, 12, 30 and 15, let's suppose. So this is the data given. Individual values are given. You can see no frequency or classes are given. So this is a sign that this is an ungrouped data. Here these terms represent values for x. So to calculate arithmetic mean, you will add up all: 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 12 plus 30 plus 15, and you will divide it with number of terms within the data: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 data values are there, so you will divide it with 6. Simply add them. And it will be divided with 6, you will get 10. So arithmetic mean is 10 here. This is our answer. Now let's do this arithmetic mean for group data. Formula for this is sum of fx divided by sum of f. This is for group data. Now again I'm going to write few random values here. Let's suppose you are given with a table like this. Usually in group data you people know that a few classes are given, or then frequency is also given along. So how you will do it? Let's suppose value for x's are given and then its frequency is also given, and you are just to calculate f into x. As you know, in the formula it's sum of f into x. F is to be multiplied with x, so this is a product actually, and you will calculate sum of it. Here this is sum of the frequencies. So let's suppose few random values 2, 12, 13, 0, 1 and 7. These are some values for random values for some observation, and the frequencies are also given. Frequency mean that how much time these data values are given. For example, if 2 is one of the data values, so it is present one time. 12, and let's suppose its frequency is 3, so it means 12 is there 3 times in the data. 13, 0 is there 1 time, 1 is there 3 times, 7 is there 4 times. So I am writing the values by my own. Obviously you will be given with any different question, so you need to make it clear that what is the meaning of values of x and what mean by frequency. Now what you are to do to calculate arithmetic mean for group data, you will find this value of this table. These two will be given to you. Just simply multiply both of them, you will get fx. 2 ones are 2, 12 threes are 36, 13 twos are 26, 0 ones are 0, 3 ones are 3, and 7 fours are 28. So in that way you will calculate f into x. Now according to formula you need sum of f of x. So here you will calculate sum of f of x, add up all of them, you will get the sum of f into x. Then secondly you need sum of f. So here at the end of this one you will add all of these values, you will get another value. Now using these two values you will easily calculate arithmetic mean. Whatever the value is, divide this value with this one and you will get arithmetic mean for group data. I hope this arithmetic mean is clear for both ungrouped and group data. Now here I want to tell you one thing, that for calculating arithmetic mean or geometric mean or harmonic mean, if we are to deal with group data, sometime values for x are given in the table. Fine, I'm going to make a table for you here. Values for x, sometime it is given for the group data as well. Frequency is given, then simply you can calculate fx and then sum of x, fx and sum of f. But sometimes in the given data x values for x are not given. In that case, already in the question few classes are given. Classes are the groups actually, like sometime 1 to 10, the numbers from 1 to 10, 10 to 20, then 20 to 30 and 30 to 40 and so on. So these classes mean that the numbers given are grouped into these classes. The numbers from 1 to 10 will be written here, number from greater than 10 and less than 20 they will be written here, and so on. So in that case, how to calculate x? Because in those questions x values are missing. So the answer is you are to calculate midterm or midpoint sorry, not midterm but midpoint of these classes. Like this is 1 and 10. So what you will do, how to get the value of x for this class, let me show you here. For 1 to 10, x will be midpoint for these two numbers, like 1 plus 10 divided by 2, it's 11 by 2, so it will be 5 point, just calculate, divide 11 by 2, 2 5s are 10, point and 0 and 2 5s are 10, so it's 5.5. so this is the value, so you will write 5.5. this is value of x for this class. Then secondly, for 10 to 20, so you will calculate the x as 10 plus 20 divided by 2. So middle point will give you the value for 15. So 15 is the next value. So in that way you can calculate all the midpoints. Now the second one was geometric mean. Let's write formula for geometric mean. For ungrouped data, it is equal to anti-log of sum of log of x divided by n. This formula is for ungrouped data. Fine. So for this, you can see you need a calculator for it to calculate anti-log and logarithm of the numbers, and what type of table you require or calculations you require here. Firstly, we need to know values for x's. Then second column you will make for log of x, and yes, that's it. So within this table, let's suppose if x are given to you, that is fine. If x is not given, then there must be some classes given here. Fine, like 1 to 20, 0 to 20, 20 to 30, and so on. So calculate midpoint for these classes. You will get the number for values for x's. And log of x, what does it mean? Whatever the values of x's are there, just calculate its log using calculator, and you will get the values for this one. And at the end here, whatever the values you have got, add them all, so you will get sum of log of x. And you know small n is the number of terms here. Fine, count the number of terms, and simply geometric mean will be calculated. Let's suppose log of x you have calculated, in its sum of log of x you have calculated, and its value is 50.216. So this will be divided with the number of total term. Let's suppose it is 5. Get the answer, and whatever the values comes out of it, take its anti-log. And you must know, and I hope you people know how to calculate anti-log. You are to push shift button on calculator, push shift button, and then logarithm. So it will be giving you value for anti-log, and you can easily calculate the answer for geometric mean. Now here we'll be calculating geometric mean for group data. This is formula, you know, anti-log of sum of f into log of x divided by sum of f. So this type of table will be given to you. Maybe classes will be given to you. You are to calculate x, then you will calculate midpoint for these classes. 0 plus 10 divided by 2, you will get the value of x. And sometime x values are already given. Then frequency, that will be also given to you. Number of it's about number of terms. For example, if 5 is the first number, so 5 exists there, how much time? Let's suppose it is there in the data 3 times. Log of x, simply calculate value for log of x using calculator, you will get your answer. And here you will multiply the frequency with log of x, you will get this value. In the same manner, you can calculate easily all the terms here. At the end, you need to calculate sum of f of log of x, add all these values, whatever values comes, and Similarly, whatever all the values for frequency are given, add all of them, you will get sum of f. Once these two values are given, you can easily calculate. Just put the value here, divide it with sum of f, and calculate its anti-log using calculator. You will get geometric mean for group data. Now the last type of mean, that is harmonic mean. For ungrouped data, you know this formula. This is n divided by sum of 1 over x, where n is the number of term. Now here 1 over x mean what? You are to calculate reciprocal for the values of x. Simply how to calculate the values required for this formula. X will be given to you, fine, different values will be given. You are to simply calculate its reciprocal. Whatever the value, let's suppose 2 is here, divide 1 with 2, as we are to calculate the reciprocal, so you will get 0.5. So in the same way, whatever the values of x's are there, calculate the reciprocals, you will get these values. And according to this formula, what you need, number of terms within the data and sum of 1 over x. So here find the sum of these values, whatever the values are given, add them, and you will get one separate value. To calculate the harmonic mean, let's suppose 5 number of terms are there, so you will place 5 for the value of n, and whatever the value you have calculated according to the given table, divide with that, and you will get the harmonic mean for ungrouped data. Last but not the least, harmonic mean for group data. This is formula for this one, sum of f divided by sum of f by x. So what three things are required for this: the values for x, the values for frequency f, and you need this reciprocal now, f divided by x. So whatever the values are given for x's and f, divide frequencies with x. Let's suppose the first value was 20 and its frequency was 2. So simply 2 divided by 20, and you will get 1 by 10.1. So this is the value for f by x. In the same way, you will get all these values at the end here. Calculate sum of f by x. Add all these values, you will get one separate term. And what else is required? Sum of f is required. Calculate sum of f, get this value, divide both of them, divide this value with this one, you will get harmonic mean for group data. I hope you have understood. Thank you very much. That is all, and see you next time, inshallah. Take care.